I don't know if the referees could have prevented this Sophie Cunningham injury. I'm going to be honest with that. I don't know if the referees could have done it. I don't know if it was intentional from Bria Hartley. I think if it was anyone other than Bria Hartley or Marina Mabry on the Sun team, everyone would have just said, no, it's not intentional, it was completely accidental.
What just happened in the WNBA has fans completely stunned. Sophie Cunningham, one of the most passionate and fiery players in the league, is now at the center of a shocking controversy. After suffering a brutal in-game injury, her family is threatening to sue the WNBA, and this move could shake the entire foundation of the league. Was the league negligent? Did they fail to protect one of their most marketable stars? And how will this impact Sophie Cunningham's career, her team, and the future of the WNBA itself? Stay with us because this story has twists, outrage, and serious consequences that no one saw coming. The injury that changed everything. It all started in what was supposed to be just another regular season matchup. Sophie Cunningham, known for her tough style of play and never back down attitude, went hard to the basket. She collided mid-air with another defender, crashed to the floor, and immediately grabbed her leg in pain. Fans in the arena gasped. The broadcast cameras zoomed in, and you could hear the silence sweep across the court. Sophie tried to stand up but collapsed again. Trainers rushed in, and within seconds, it was clear this wasn't just a minor injury. Social media exploded. Clips of the fall went viral, with thousands of fans tagging the WNBA, demanding answers about court safety, officiating, and the league's player protection standards. But the real firestorm came after the game. Sophie's family, speaking through a spokesperson, announced they were considering legal action against the WNBA, arguing that the league failed to provide proper protections for players. Why Sophie's family is furious. Sophie Cunningham is no stranger to tough play. She thrives on physical competition and has built a reputation as one of the toughest guards in the WNBA. But according to her family, the problem isn't just the injury, it's how it happened. They claim the officials failed to control the physicality of the game. Fouls that should have been called were ignored. The league hasn't enforced consistent rules to protect its stars, leaving players vulnerable to dangerous situations. Arena safety protocols were allegedly ignored, with some suggesting the court surface wasn't properly maintained. One family member was even quoted as saying, "If this had happened in the NBA, immediate measures would have been taken to protect the player. The WNBA can't treat its athletes as expendable." Those words hit hard. Fans began questioning whether the WNBA prioritizes revenue and expansion over the health and safety of its players. Could the WNBA actually be sued? Now, here's where it gets serious. Player lawsuits against major sports leagues aren't new. The NFL has faced class action lawsuits over concussions. The NBA has been challenged before over player treatment. But the WNBA? This would be a first. If Sophie Cunningham's family does file suit, they could allege negligence. The league failed to ensure a safe playing environment. Breach of duty of care. As an employer, the WNBA is legally responsible for protecting its players. Loss of career earnings. If Sophie's injury affects her long-term performance, her family could argue the league cost her millions. Legal experts already weighing in say the case could open the floodgates for other WNBA players who feel the league hasn't done enough to protect them. The fans explode. While the lawyers debate, fans aren't waiting. Social media has become a battlefield. On one side, Sophie's supporters argue that this injury was preventable. They say the WNBA ignores the safety of its stars and only steps in when scandals go public. On the other side, some fans accuse Sophie's family of overreacting. They argue that injuries are part of the game, and suing the league sets a dangerous precedent. But here's what's undeniable. The story has taken over WNBA conversations. Even NBA players began commenting, with some suggesting the WNBA must invest more into training, refereeing, and player safety. Sports talk shows are running segments asking, "Is the WNBA doing enough for its stars?" The debate has crossed into mainstream sports coverage, putting massive pressure on Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. Sophie Cunningham, fighter on and off the court. To understand why this has blown up so much, you have to know Sophie Cunningham's story. She's not just another player. She's a fan favorite because she's tough, vocal, and unapologetically competitive. Known for her fiery clashes, trash talk, and relentless energy, Sophie embodies the emotional intensity fans love. But here's the key. That same intensity has made her both loved and hated. Opposing fans often boo her, while her own base defends her fiercely. Now, after the injury, Sophie's family is stepping into that same role, becoming her defenders in what could turn into a landmark legal fight. The WNBA's awkward silence. So, how has the league responded? At first, silence. For 48 hours, the WNBA issued no official statement. That silence only fueled speculation. Fans were furious. If this was Caitlin Clark, there would already be a press conference. Finally, the league released a short statement. "We are aware of Sophie Cunningham's injury and wish her a speedy recovery. Player health and safety remain our top priority, and we are reviewing the circumstances surrounding the incident." But that wasn't enough. Critics blasted the response as generic and dismissive, saying it avoided responsibility. And then came the family's lawyer. In a press conference, he declared, "The WNBA cannot continue to hide behind vague statements. We are prepared to take legal action if accountability is not provided." What this means for the players. If Sophie's family follows through, this case could change the WNBA forever. Other players might start demanding better medical coverage, stricter officiating, safer facilities, more transparency from the league. Remember, WNBA athletes already earn significantly less than their NBA counterparts. Losing game time to injury without proper protections could devastate careers. So Sophie's case isn't just about one player. It could represent the frustrations of an entire league, media pressure, and public opinion. The media loves drama, and this is prime-time drama. Sports radio hosts are calling it the WNBA's concussion lawsuit moment. Some analysts argue that Cathy Engelbert must step up immediately to protect the league's image. Meanwhile, talk shows are inviting legal experts, former players, and even psychologists to discuss the long-term effects of injuries. This controversy has grown beyond basketball. It's now a mainstream story. And here's the most telling part. Fans who never followed Sophie Cunningham before are now rallying behind her, seeing her as a symbol of how players are mistreated in the WNBA system. The bigger picture. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and more. Here's why this lawsuit could be even bigger. The WNBA has recently been booming in popularity, thanks to new stars like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Paige Buchers, and Cameron Brink. With more attention comes more scrutiny. If the league is seen as failing to protect its athletes, it risks alienating fans and sponsors. Imagine if Caitlin Clark suffered a similar injury. Under questionable circumstances, the outrage would be 10 times bigger. This is why Sophie Cunningham's case matters. It's not just about her. It's about every star who steps onto the court, trusting the league to have their back. What happens next? As of now, Sophie is still recovering. Her family is consulting legal teams, and the WNBA is scrambling to control the narrative. Possible outcomes: private settlement. The league quietly reaches a deal with Sophie's family to avoid court. Full lawsuit. This goes public, messy, and potentially drags on for years. Policy change. Even without a lawsuit, the league is forced to update safety protocols and officiating standards. No matter what, the Sophie Cunningham case will be remembered as a turning point. And there you have it. Sophie Cunningham's injury has sparked a firestorm that could change the WNBA forever. From her family threatening a lawsuit to the league facing pressure from fans, players, and even the media, this situation is far from over. Do you think Sophie's family is right to take the WNBA to court? Or is this just the tough reality of professional sports? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll be reading every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the biggest WNBA updates, controversies, and behind-the-scenes drama. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay tuned, stay passionate, and keep the conversation going.